So this morning, I'm listening to an expert on health and an expert, an MD, who then went back into internal medicine as a specialty. And when he went through internal medicine, he basically got himself to a point where he said, okay, when we have 2-year-olds dying of cancer, 16-year-olds incapable of life because of psychological difficulties, when basically this is the first generation to go into chronic disease like we've never seen before. But he also talks about the fact that when he started to look at a solution, of course, our Western medicine is all set up for fear-based disease, fight disease. He just brought up a lot of really neat things that I really want to study more. But, you know, our mitochondria, the energy that produces every cell within us, that energy is really a bacteria, right? And so I've often been heard say, we're nothing but sacks of bacteria. And we express ourselves through that. Our brain and our gut, our liver and our brain, our kidneys and our brain, they talk to each other all the time. So the fact that I'm a talker, maybe that's a good thing. But anyway, he takes you all the way back to dinosaurs and basically when did they go off the earth and what happened afterwards. And he just basically talks about the fact that the arrow is always pointing outward. So where is the problem and how do I stop it? And he, when he looks at his whole approach to health and wellness and life, is he talks about pointing that arrow inward first to look for solutions. And so with that in mind, he actually has had lots of people die because he deals with hospice. But he has also had lots of people come back to their bodies. And this is what he says, is every day that I wake up, my wildflowers, by the way, every day that I wake up, he says, I know I am so-and-so. Every day you wake up, that you know that you're Sally Jones. Every day I wake up, I know that I'm Suzanne Woodcock / Headley. He says, but we have close proximity to so many people, both genetically, as well as through friendship, as well as through deep conversations, where you could easily wake up one day and say, I'm my best friend. I'm Dara. Why do we always know when we wake up that we're us? And so I found that quite fascinating. But here's the really neat thing, is when people have had near-death experiences in his hospice care, he said some stay in the room, some travel the globe to other countries to say hello and see loved ones. Some leave the cosmos and go out, or the earth rather, and go out into the cosmos. He says, but one thing remains the same, is they never lost their identity. They always know who they are, no matter where they've traveled. And so for today, I say this to you. How about you live in compassion for self and compassion for others? And how about in that you remain and have great compassion for who you are? Because guess what? It appears as though it ain't going nowhere. Through death, through life, we do not walk alone, and we have an identity of about what part and who we play in this beautiful, complex experience called life. So I encourage you to celebrate you today. There's only one. Go give it away. Thanks for listening. Share if it's useful.